guys, it's Maria here. Thank you for joining me today. I will be talking about a topic that people don't talk about a lot, but it's plants that I feel are not good as indoor plants. Everyone always talks about what is their favorite indoor plant, what they're enjoying at the moment, all of that stuff. But today I wanted to talk about plants that people keep indoors that don't tend to thrive inside. So let's just get right into it. First up, we have the SCHEFFLERA, also known as the umbrella tree. This one is slightly variegated. I got it from Home Depot for a pretty good deal. I think it was like $6 for a 4-inch pot. I have repotted it in the 6-inch pot, and I think it actually needs to be repotted soon. We'll see. I've been keeping it indoors. It gets a lot of morning sunlight, better suited for outdoors just because it needs a lot of sunlight. I think it grows better. At CJ's house, there's actually a bunch of this plant outside. It's a huge bush or tree, however you want to say it. It covers like a whole wall in the yard area next to the garage. Don't think it's growing very well inside. There used to be more leaves than this, and I had to cut it back because of the pests, and it's growing so slowly. It's not my favorite for indoors. There's some fruit flies in here. Ugh. I will probably move it outside after this video. You guys, this is just my opinion. You can have any of these plants indoors if you choose, but in my personal experience, I believe that these plants are better suited for outside. Next up, we have the string of pearls. Mine is not doing well. As you can see, it's so scraggly and the growth gets tinier and tinier as it goes down. I know it grows over time, but the color of this looks so dull. Let's see if it will focus. It looks like grayish. Some of them look green, but I don't know, it's just not impressive growth to me. And this obviously needs a drink of water. A lot of these pearls are really deflated and squishy and soft, so definitely needs a drink of water. I put this in a window that gets a lot of afternoon sun. I give it plenty of sun, and I also let it dry out completely before watering it, but I feel like it does better outside. I will show you some footage of some succulent arrangements I made a couple months ago, and those are doing way better outside on the front porch. You know, pearls is way bigger, it grew way faster, so I think this is better suited for outdoors. Indoors, as you can see, no, just no. Next up, I wanted to talk about TRADESCANTIA ZEBRINA. It's also called the inch plant. I don't have one to show right now because I recently just repotted it into a really big pot. So I have this really big pot of it already. It's like 12 inches. It's like a low bowl. I kept it inside and it grew and it grew, but it was so leggy. It wasn't full at all, and it was just growing like out, and the leaves were few and far between. It just was not impressive. And I was thinking about selling some of them in 4-inch pots, but they just looked so unimpressive to me. My mom keeps the same exact plant outside, and it does so much better. It looks way better as an outdoor ground cover, in my opinion. It grows in so full and so lush. But inside, it's more like trailing and like leggy. If you're into that, all the more power to you, but for this particular plant, I just didn't feel its vibe indoors, if you get what I'm saying. So I took that plant outside, repotted the small pots that I was gonna sell. I repotted it back into a big 12-inch pot, and it looks fuller now, and I'm leaving it outside for now to see how it does. I do like how it's trailing right now, but I want to see how it does outdoors and then determine whether I still want to keep it inside or not. Next up, we have CALADIUM. This is just the white version of it. I grew this from a bulb, and it grew out this summer. I believe it was beginning of June. Sometime in June it started shooting out leaves. I planted them sometime in spring and then it took a while to shoot out. I think because I put the bulbs upside down or something like that. But it's growing out now. See how pretty it is? This one I actually grow outside in a shady area. So I think it grows way better outside. I'll show some footage of all of the ones I have outside. So I actually keep these in a bin and I bottom water it constantly. So I constantly always have water in that bin. That way it's always watered because these plants love water. So that way it's just like easier and I don't have to think about it. It's kind of like a hydro spike. With water-loving plants, you want to be efficient with your watering. So bottom watering is one way to go, like leaving a tray at the bottom, always having the water topped off. Or you can use the hydro spike. I will show that in another video. I love those for water-loving plants as well. I think these are so pretty. This one's smaller. The footage will show some bigger ones. Indoors, they are more scraggly. At least that's just what I think. I don't really know. I've never actually grown it indoors, but I heard this is better for like ground cover outside in a shaded area. So that's what I did, and yeah, it's really working out for me. And the coloration and stuff is coming in very vibrant. Yeah, I think it's really pretty. It's almost like a syngonium. I enjoy the variegation. I know some people don't, but I really enjoy it. With this wild veining on it, it's awesome. And this one has like all these shoots in there too. Like some new growth right there and right there. They all have new shoots. I have 3 pots of it and they all are doing so well, and more just keep shooting out of the bulbs. So keep it outdoors if you can. And last but not least, we have the ficus. This goes for all ficus, Ficus teneki, Ficus rubber tree like this one, fiddle leaf fig, Ficus audrey, all of those, Ficus altissima. I think these are better outdoor plants. This one I keep in a window that gets a lot of afternoon sun. I think it's been dealing with pests. I think a couple of these leaves have spider mites, so that might be why I am also kind of struggling with this. Every couple of weeks I have a leaf that dies off and it's really frustrating, but I think I just need to get on top of the pest control, neem oil and insecticidal soap and all that. I have repotted this once. It was in a 6-inch pot before and now it's in an 8-inch. It might be better for me to put it outside, that way I can treat it, but I also don't want to treat it when it's in the sunlight because the leaves can burn from the insecticidal soap that I use. So yeah, that's just my reasoning for why I think this is a better outdoor plant and a plant that's not the best to have indoors. I forgot to mention my OXALIS triangularis or purple shamrock. As you can see here, mine is so leggy. This was inevitable since my bathroom window doesn't provide any direct sunlight. This plant would love a shaded area outside and can tolerate direct morning sun. So not the best indoor plant, but it may need to come inside to protect against frost in the winter. Yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed this, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!